Is that what we're talking about?
We're talking about goals.
All right. So,
What's goals got to do with it?
all right. Tell me when.
When?
Your law firm, your business, is supposed to serve your life. Your life is not supposed to be about serving your law firm. Everything in your business plan needs to revolve around your goals. The scariest thing, and I mean it's scary, the scariest thing that I help anyone do is get honest about their real goals. I have this question that I've asked literally over 10,000, I'm not even going to say lawyers, even though most of them were, adults, men, women, husbands, fathers, mothers, wives, sisters, brothers, parents. It is terrifying. But what your clients and what your staff needs most from you is leadership. And it's really hard to be in integrity and ask your clients to be honest with you about what they really want to achieve and why it really matters to them if you are not willing to be and can't find the courage to be honest with yourself about what matters to you and why it matters to you. We talk about your law firm serving you financially. At the end of the day, life is meant to be lived, and to live a great life requires us to have access to things. And the only way for us to have access to things is either to make it, to steal it, or to buy it. You're not going to make all the clothes you wear. You're not going to make the car you drive. You're not going to make the house you live in. You're not going to make the plane you fly in. We're just not going to do that in modern society. We're not going to steal it. That's not right. So we buy it. To buy things is an exchange of value. It's not hurting anyone for you to buy the car you really want to buy. It's not hurting anyone for you to buy the house you really want to live in. It's not hurting anyone for you to buy the services in your life that give you more freedom and allow you to live more comfortably. Everyone you're going to buy a product, a service, a piece of property from, they're entering into that exchange voluntarily. No one's forcing them to do anything. The day that I hired my house manager, I'm very sure that the first thing she did when she left the interview and we gave her this opportunity, I'm very sure that the very first thing she did was probably picked up her phone as soon as she got in her car and called someone she loves who cares about her and said, "I have good news." You see, me making the decision to hire a house manager came as good news to the person who wanted that job so she could give her family a better life. You run a law firm, and as such, you are blessed to have a business that makes a profit as a byproduct. Your law firm makes money by helping other people have a better life. Your law firm makes money by solving important problems for your clients and helping them have a better life. Even if you're doing business to business, there's still an individual making the decision on behalf of the client that's a business, and that individual's life or career is being improved, and their business is being improved because of the services you provide. So suppressing your real desires and suppressing your goals and saying, "I only want this," when in truth, your heart, you want that, it's not helping anyone. If you make a list of everyone who is better off when you live in the house you really want to live in, and everyone who's better off when you drive the car you really want to drive, and when you get the toys you really want to have, and when you employ the domestic services you really want to employ, and give your children the education you really want to provide for them. When you make a list of everyone whose life is better off, you'll find it's a really long list. And when you make a list of everyone who is worse off because you are living the way you want to live instead of just settling for whatever you can get, no one's better off when you settle. Everyone's better off when you go for what you want. And here's sort of the magic sauce to it all. When you're going for something that really matters to you, that inspires you, that motivates you, that excites you, you vibrate at a certain frequency, and that is going to attract the cooperation of all kinds of people from places you can't even begin to predict. I can't even predict. I just know it happens over and over and over and over again with everyone we work with when they finally get honest about what they really want in life. What are the financial goals? How do you really want to be living your life? And how much net income does your law firm have to produce for you to support that lifestyle? How many weeks per year do you really want to give your business? How many hours per week do you really want to give your business? When I ask this question, I get answers like, well, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And damn right you're willing to do whatever it takes. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. But I'm willing to do whatever it takes doesn't mean I want to live that way forever. I'm willing to do whatever it takes so that I can have a life and enjoy myself. You take 52 weeks in a year. Take 2 weeks for Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, all the major holidays you probably don't want to work. They add up to 2 weeks per year. Now you're down to 50 productive weeks in a year. Now, I've worked with thousands and thousands and thousands of emotionally mature adults who have real relationships, and almost everyone finds that life just happens about 2 more weeks out of the year. You're going to get sick. Your best friend's going to get married. Your kids are going to need you to be somewhere for them. Your spouse is going to need you to be there for them, to give them a shoulder to cry on. Whatever, life's going to happen about 2 more weeks out of the year. And I don't want you budgeting. I want you to budget those 2 weeks so that when life happens, you can really be fully present there for the people that matter most to you. Not, at the wedding looking at your watch at all the billable hours you're missing. Budget the time so you can have a life. Now you're down to 48 weeks. Then you want to take a vacation. Most people want to take at least a 2-week vacation every year. Now you're down to 46 productive weeks in a year. How many hours do you want to give the firm? Listen, I have had weeks where I would work literally 70, 80 hours. But I do that when I have to, not because I want to. That's a recipe for burnout. How many hours per week do you really want to give your firm? Most people, if you are doing work you really like to do, and your processes and your systems and your procedures are working for you pretty well, and your team is working pretty well together, most people really get kind of bored if we're not working about 45 to 50 hours a week. Generally about 44 to 46 weeks a year on average. If you hate your work so much and you hate your firm so much that you want to get away from it as much as you possible, and you only want to work as little as you need to and as few hours and as few weeks, that's a sign of a problem. That's not a fulfilling business that's going to inspire people to want to be part of it with you, to get excited with you, which of course is going to be part of what makes it so hard. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy of problems. And professionally, what kind of work do you really want to do? What kind of difference do you really want to make in this world? I have an axe to grind. I have a point to make. I have a point to make, an axe to grind, and something to prove to the legal industry. I'm out to prove that happy lawyers really do make more money. I'm out to expose and crush the doctrine of sacrifice that has lawyers who have successful law firms apologizing and making excuses and acting like we just got lucky. For the legal industry teaches us that we should take pride in how much we suffer, and it teaches us that we should take pride in how much we sacrifice, and it teaches us that we should take pride in how stoic we can be and how much we can do without. But it doesn't say one single word about producing real value for anyone. I need to have an army of highly successful, happy lawyers to prove my point to the legal industry. I'm blessed to have over 375 happy, fast-growing, profitable, everything's not perfect, but they're kicking ass and they're making progress every day, members of How to Manage a Small Law Firm. And my professional mission requires me to help you make your law firm work for you. What are your professional goals? How do your professional goals, your clients and your prospects, how do your professional goals excite and inspire and motivate your team? At the end of the day, your law firm needs to work for you. You are not supposed to work for your law firm. There's an exercise, we'll share a link somewhere in this video or website, or Jimbo will take care of it, and we'll make sure we include a link for a goal setter exercise for you, where you can set your financial goals, you can set your personal goals, you can set your professional goals. We'll give you access to a dashboard that you can enter certain key information every week, and you literally can see pictures begin to develop showing you the path from where you are, making progress towards where you want to be, or not making progress towards where you want to be. And if you see you're not making progress towards where you want to be, maybe you'll let us help you. And if you are making progress towards where you want to be, maybe you'll let us help you get there faster, easier, with less stress, with more predictability, or maybe just not feel so lonely and become part of our community of happy lawyers. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a long day. It's about 11 o'clock at night. We're cruising back on Biscayne Bay from having dinner on the Miami River. And I'm going to end this, and then we're going to hit full throttle and steer back on radar. All right?
But before we end it,
we
really want them to join us.
But before we end it,
If they enjoyed this,
if you got some value from this, I mean, this is just a little tiny, just a little tiny morsel of what's in store for you in the 4-week virtual program that you're going to do from home. You're still going to have live telephone interaction with me and my team, You're still going to have live interaction every week with my team. It's a live course. You're going to listen to the recordings to prep you. Then you're going to be given a homework assignment to implement the lesson you learned. Then you're going to get on the call each week to talk about the homework you did to get help and personal attention. And of course the discussion forum and archives and library and all kinds of great stuff. So I hope you'll sign up for that, and I hope you're getting some value, and thanks in advance for the comments you're going to make to this video also. Help you any way we can. All right, I'm done.